Hello everyone, welcome to Target45. Today, as part of Day 21 Coding series, we are solving Fibonacci patterns. At first, what is Fibonacci? It is a series of numbers where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones starting with 0 and 1. If you see this is a Fibonacci series. Initially, we have 0 and 1, and then 1 is the sum of the two preceding ones, and 2 is the sum of two preceding ones, and 3 is the sum of two preceding ones, that is 1 and 2. So and it is continuing. So this is Fibonacci pattern. Today we are going to solve two Fibonacci patterns. This is the first one and this is the second one, and we have detailedly covered about Fibonacci as part of day 9 coding series. We have solved it using iterative approach. If you have missed it, please go back and complete it and come back to here. You will understand better. So let's understand the first pattern. If you see this pattern, in the first row we have 0, and in the second row we have two ones, and in the third row we have three ones. In the fourth row, 2 printed 4 times, and it is continuing. So let's understand how we can solve this pattern. It is very clear that we need a Fibonacci function. So let's first write Fibonacci function. And we are passing n as a parameter. N will be the rows. So initially what I'm doing, I'm taking a empty list as fib underscore sequence, and we have a comma b as 0 and 1. What I am doing here, I'm writing a for loop in range of n, and I'm appending a, and I'm interchanging a and b with b comma a plus b. We are swapping here such that after this line a will become b and b will become a plus b. And once this entire for loop is done, we have to return fib underscore sequence. So this is the Fibonacci, and we take fib underscore numbers. So we call the Fibonacci function by passing 7 as a parameter here. When we pass 7 here, this for loop will run up to 7 times, and it will append a every time, and it will give the Fibonacci series for us. So let's print fib underscore numbers. If you see, we have got the series 0 1 2 0 1 1 2 3 5 8. We have got this. So if you see, this is the list data type, or else we can see by typing as print type fib underscore numbers. It is list. Now we need the pattern. For that, what we'll do, we write another for loop for I in range 0 to length of fib underscore numbers. Basically, we are finding the length of this list, and we are writing a for loop. We have to print fib underscore numbers. We have to take each element from this list based on the index of I. So we are taking that, and we have to multiply it with I plus 1 times. Let's see. If you see, what I am doing here is basically I am taking the range function where it starts at 0 and it stops at length of fib underscore numbers. And every time we have to take the element from this fib underscore numbers list. At first I will be 0, so I'll be taking fib underscore numbers 0. At 0 index we have 0, so it has to print 1 time. That is why I'm adding I plus 1. Here I is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. That is why we are printing 0 as 1. And it continues, and it continuously prints in this pattern. So this is the first pattern, and we have completely solved the first pattern. So let's solve the second pattern. For the second pattern, if you're following this series, it is easy for you because we have to do one simple change here. Internally there is no change, the pattern is same internally. We just need to change how it is printing. From reverse it is printing. So if you see, this is the rows are basically inverted, so we have to change in the range function. That is the only change we have to do here. So instead of 0 to length, we take length of Fibonacci numbers to -1 to -1, stops at -1, and decrement by -1. Basically we are starting the length of Fibonacci numbers -1. Basically here if you see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 rows. Since the index starts at 0, we have 6. The length will be 6. So we have to -1, so that we'll get 6 here. It will start at 6 and it will stop at -1. We need 0 index as well from the list, so we have to stop at -1. And since we are decrementing, the step will be -1. And here we are printing as usual, like the above. Let's run it and see. See, this is how today we have solved two patterns on Fibonacci. That's it for today. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section. Thank you.